Hi, I'm Matt.
Hey there, I'm Bianca.
And we are from Club Sapphire.
We are.
And you look fantastic. That is a distracting outfit.
Thank you.
I know people it's funny because people will say, oh, Matt, stop talking about her breasts. And other people will be like, Matt always talks about her breasts. And I really appreciate that because they're all looking at your breasts too while they're watching this. These are the reason people watch these videos.
Oh, that's the only reason?
Only reason.
Oh, all right, well.
Oh, no, that's the feedback we generally get is, Matt, stop talking, and Bianca, can you just walk around for like 15 minutes?
Well, you have to come to the club to watch me walk around.
Yeah, so that's really nice. We've been going over a lot of things that people have brought up to us recently about the lifestyle. Mm-hmm. And there's so many aspects of the lifestyle that we really appreciate, depending on the type of relationship that you're in, whether it's you're a swinger or you're just open or you're polyamorous, whatever your journey is. And someone had brought up a really great statement that we thought was fantastic. We wanted to share that. And it was, what is it? Don't
yuck someone's yum.
Don't yuck someone else's yum, okay? And it was like the kind of concept which is fantastic because we've only been in the lifestyle for 8 years now. Okay, boy, wow. We've been in the lifestyle for 8 years and we've seen in just that short period of time, it changed dramatically. And there are people in different parts of the United States that have different beliefs as far as what the lifestyle should be and what shouldn't be. And we've seen like, for example, we've seen negative, not here, but we've seen negative in different parts of the country, feelings towards bisexual men. And which is really unfortunate because being upset at people being gay or bisexual, that's very 1970s or 80s.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
People don't care anymore. But there are parts of the country, and I'm sure the rest of the world, that is still an issue. But it's not really an issue here, which is why they have such a successful bye-bye night that happens. Mm-hmm. And there are men that come in, or couples that come in, where the man can be bisexually open and not have to worry about being judged. But also that there are people that are men that are curious about it and have never done anything and really want to test the waters and see how comfortable they would be giving, receiving, whatever it might be.
In a safe space.
In a safe space without feeling judged because there are negative feelings towards bisexual men. And that's just one example that we do see people bring up. We'll talk to, for example, a couple where the online and the man is bisexual and they'll be like, is it okay if we come? You guys can come any night you want to any event that's going on, but if you really want to focus on the bisexuality of the man, then definitely the bye-bye night is the night to come. But it's something that we've seen that it still kind of bothers us a little bit when we do see negative comments on the internet or something like that.
Or in person.
Which we haven't seen that locally, but we have seen that because we do travel a lot around the country and people are different as far as their beliefs. And so that's why it's just one of those things that's really important to us, that don't yuck someone else's yum.
Yes, absolutely. But it's not just about being bi, it's about anything. I mean, if you talk about your relationship and you're saying that you only play in separate rooms or you prefer to play separate rooms, mm-hmm. The couple that you're talking to could be like, oh, well, your marriage is going to end, or whatever. Like they can say that. So sure. They're yucking someone's yum. Mm-hmm. So it's not just about bi, it's about anything. It's, if you're being negative towards someone's choices and what they prefer, that's yucking someone's yum. That's making them feel bad for something that works for them.
Sure.
So that's not, it's more than just.
And absolutely. And that's something that, we see a lot because a lot of vanilla people will watch our videos or see us on the internet in some way or another and be very negative towards the lifestyle in general. People say that we shouldn't do this or whatever it might be. And that's, it's unfortunate that I get that they don't understand our life.
Right.
But they don't understand a lot of people's lives. And it's really unfortunate that people can still be negative towards someone else's what makes them happy. Mm-hmm. And the lifestyle, yes, it's weird. We talk about it all the time, that it's unusual because there just isn't much out there talking about it. But we can talk about it and we can share our experiences, and we don't mind that negative things can come towards us as far as, you know, people commenting. But it's more important than anything is the more information that's out there, the more normal the lifestyle becomes. And so we actually went to a talk. I don't know, a talk at one of the events we were at recently, where they really were talking about, you know, if you are in the lifestyle and you can come out of the lifestyle, you know, come out and talk to your friends and your vanilla friends and normalize it more, that it will only help down the line, in the same way that, you know, 30, 40 years ago, people had to come out as far as their homosexuality before it became normalized as it is now. I mean, there's still issues, but it's better than it was, and it's getting better every day. We'll get there. We're a few decades behind. That's okay, but
you know, I think the younger generation, like, you know, our younger kids and that kind of stuff, they talk about open relationships and that kind of stuff. So, you know, the people who, like, I'm seeing the 18-year-olds right now and that age being more open to the idea of open relationships and lifestyle, and, you know, friendly, as far, very bi friendly. I remember the first time our son told us that he had friends that came out as bi. He was a freshman in high school. And I was just like, seriously? I mean, I was thrilled that they came out as bi, but I was more concerned, like, how did it go for them? You know? And he was like, nobody really cared. Like, they were like, oh, okay. And I was like, wow, that is amazing to me, that there's that openness of, like, okay, like,
it's no big deal.
It's no big deal. So, you know, I think as that generation grows up, it will definitely be easier for people within the lifestyle to come out of the closet, because most people will be doing some form of open relationships.
Yeah, they do say that about 20% of the U.S. population has had some sort of non-monogamous something, whatever that means, and there's many levels to that. So your neighbors are doing it, you just don't know it. Yeah. So, you know, it is interesting what you said about, you know, a lot like the younger generation, the kids these days, that it's so no big deal. I mean, we've talked to again the teenage crowd that's like, oh yeah, no, we're in a poly relationship and we're 16, and it's like, really? I mean, the jealousy that we would have had at 16 about stuff like that, I mean, it's incomprehensible. Right. But it's actually becoming more normalized. So they're almost at this point of, they're like, yeah, we don't care what other people do. They're not yucking other people's yums. Right. So you know, that's right. The younger kids, our kids, and that, they're not yucking people's yums. Good for them. But we still are. Not we, but, you know, we still are. So let's help with that change and not yuck people's yums, and try to make it more normal and okay. Wow, like we're so preachy in this one.
No, I want to start like a walk or something. Like, let's walk for the lifestyle. I don't know.
Start a walk. I love it. Perfect. Donate below.
That could go very
No, that's okay.
That's not And
then she'll just walk back and forth for 15 minutes. It's
what?
Like in front of the camera. Okay, everybody. Never mind. It was a call back to 5 minutes ago. It's okay. Anyway, let's move on. Recently, someone brought up a conversation about if I have sex with a woman, and what should your relationship be to that woman, specifically when it's afterward. You know, we've talked about beforehand where it's like, is it okay, you know, asking permission and, you know, being polite to the other spouse and treating them like a person, or you're never going to get into the back room with them, with their spouse. But what about afterward? Someone had actually brought up like going up to that spouse and thanking them,
or messaging them. Afterwards, a little thank you note.
Right. Well, what do you feel about that?
You know, on one hand, I really do appreciate the respect there is there. You know, like, hey, thanks for lending out your man. We had a good time. Would love to do it again. Whatever you need to say to that.
Sure.
The wife, the partner. I think it depends. Like, I think you need to read her body language to know how you should act, what you should do. So some women, I think, if you were with another woman, I think it would be fine if they sent me a thank you card, you know, like said thank you afterwards or whatever.
Thank you card. Yeah. Can you get those at Hallmark? Because it's like, thank you for allowing me to bang your spouse.
We'll start.
Okay, sure. It's like, to know about it. Okay.
No, but so recently you were with someone who didn't talk to me really at all, didn't engage with me, and not in a negative way, and I just wasn't involved in what you were doing. And
we were down in California.
Right.
Yeah.
And so if that person had come up to me and said something, I would have been like, you're welcome. Like, it would have felt very uncomfortable for me because I wasn't really involved in any of it.
Okay.
If you were with someone where, like, I had been chatting with her and all that kind of stuff, that would be a different story for me. So I think you need to read the body language of the wife, the person, and figure out whether that works. I mean, you're not going to insult her, especially if it's a quick thing, like, you know, if you walk up to her afterwards on your way out, or they're on their way out or whatever, you're like, hey, just thanks for letting out your man. And if she's like, you're welcome, leave it at that. If she welcomes you with more conversation, oh, did he do that one thing on you? Then you can add more into it or whatever. But I think if she was just, you know, had the body language of don't thank me, don't talk to me, like, cut it short and sweet. There's nothing wrong with saying thank you.
Sure. Yeah, no, you think people would be so negative like that? Don't thank me, don't talk to me?
I think for some people it could, not that they would be don't talk to me, but I think that it can be weird. Like, I really, truly, I don't know, I feel like if someone were to, if I didn't know this person, I didn't get their name, I didn't have sex with them, I wasn't in the same room with you guys, it would be weird for me for them to come up to me and say...
so you hadn't even met the person. Okay, see, because on the opposing side of that, I would have no problem with that. If even if the guy didn't talk to me or whatever, you know, I was busy with someone else and you went and had sex, and the guy comes up, he's like, oh, by the way, I had sex with Bianca earlier. I'd be like, oh, how'd it go? And he would say he enjoyed all your bits. And I'd be like, awesome, all right. I mean, you have a good time, you know. I would appreciate the fact that he took the initiative to not be like, okay, I'm done, let me get out of here. You know, that he actually said, hey, thanks, Matt. You know, I mean, it was not that I own you by any means or have control over what you do, but that he can respect the fact that if I would have said no, that you would have been like, sorry, guy, you know, and I didn't do that. So, I mean, I think thanking the spouse isn't a bad thing at all. You're right in the sense of it depends on obviously how conversational someone wants to be, and if you've met them at all or if you don't care.
I'm just saying, like, don't make it weird. You know, like, don't go and get her phone number and text her all the time, and, you know, I don't know.
Do you think that would happen?
I don't know. I'm just saying, don't be weird. Don't make it weird.
All right. So she's very afraid of people being weird, apparently. So don't be weird. If you have sex with me,
don't be weird.
You can thank her, but just don't be weird about it. Don't be weird about it.
Don't be weird about it.
So just send her a nice thank you note, like a fruit basket, whatever it takes, and then just move on. All right. Okay.
You don't have to send a fruit basket.
All right.
That would be weird.
Condom basket.
Don't send a condom basket either.
Dildo
that would be
basket.
weird. That's too much.
Okay.
That's too much.
You just want a hearty handshake. Okay. All right. Okay. So don't even talk to her. She's just not friendly.
I'm a horrible person.
Yeah. And with that high note, make sure you go to www.clubsapphire.com and check out all the awesome events that are happening, because there's a lot of them coming up, and we're really excited about the winery trip that's going to be happening in August.
I'm so excited.
We'll be there, and we'll be naked in the pool all day long. So if you want to,
as long as we're allowed to be naked.
Yes, yeah. Oh, there's certain times or whatever, but we'll be doing all the naked stuff. So please join us at that. So just go to clubsapphire.net and look.
You did that.
Yeah, thank you. And go to the events page, and you'll see that it's there in August, and you can join us.
Come hang out with us.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
So, all right. Anything else you want to say?
Well, if you see us at a party, come say hi.
Okay. And if you have sex with her, you can thank me.
You can thank him.
Sure. You can thank her
if
too.
you have sex with him, you can thank me. I'm not mean. Just don't be weird.
Okay, don't be weird. Wow. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye.